Menstruating on a full moon. In truth, when you menstruate during a full moon, it can also be referred to as a red moon cycle. This used to belong to the medicine women, to the midwives, to the magic makers, and the wisdom keepers of the community. These women were not focusing their feminine energies to give birth to children. Rather, their energy was used to empower other women and their communities. It is the second most common cycle. It means you menstruate with the full moon and ovulate with the new moon. Women in alignment with this cycle are seen to empower others. They are the holders of wisdom. It is also a time when many may find they are being drawn to be more creative and sharing this with the world or those around them. It is also common that this cycle is for those who are not looking to get pregnant or have any more children at the present time. Now, as the moon gets bigger in the sky, so do we when we are due on. Some of us who are more sensitive, like myself, and being a lot more sensitive energies, we begin to feel this tension within our bodies build from anywhere up to 2 weeks before we are due on. It majorly affects our moods, thoughts, feelings, and physical body, with many experiencing bloating, food cravings, back pains, cramps, and tension within the body. That's just to list a few. I know there's going to be plenty more a lot of people will feel. I also believe it is symbolic of the struggle of the modern world that affects us and our natural cycles. And that is something that came to me the other week when I was thinking about this. And it is this battle of this modern world versus how we should be more in sync with our natural way of being. Now, things like not getting enough rest or sunlight or exposed to too much technology or artificial lights, for example, not getting the right nutrients our bodies needs and lack of time spent in nature, or following our inner call or soul call, or some may refer to it as. When you feel bloated, and especially when it's related to the womb, it lets you know that there is a deep suppressed pain or trauma which was accumulated throughout your life and it is coming up for healing. And I think that's important that every month when we do feel that more, and some I know will feel that a lot more than others, and I do believe that it is symbolic of what needs to be released and how they maybe manage things they have been through with regards to pain or traumas. It is important to understand it and align and heal it. Connect with Mother Earth for this aspect. I also find that when bleeding on or around the full moon, we begin to expand just like the moon. As I said before, as that gets much bigger and more sensitive, so do we. All is coming to the surface of what we need to release, including resistance and rejection to our views and how we accept or reject our monthly cycle. Because let's face it, how common is it as women that we hear each other and our friends or our family and we're moaning about, oh, how bad the pain is, how much we hate this time of the month. And as much as, yes, we're entitled to feel that and we do feel it, sometimes I think it's just if we changed our mindset on that and embraced it more and it wasn't seen as such a bad thing. Now, many aspects can affect how we deal with our cycle and how we feel during this time. As I said, if we can change our mindsets to view it as a sacred, special gift that it is, instead of seeing it as like a curse, an inconvenience, or self-hating ourselves and our body, our connection to this sacred time will change. When we feel the energy shift within us, we will learn to love and accept ourselves more. Instead of fighting against it, let's try embracing it. If you need time off or you need time to rest, honor that. If you have to order food or do your meal preps before you're due on, listen to what your body needs. I will be doing a separate video on foods, vitamin and nutrients that will help with your cycle. And I also find that, like I said, the modern world does have a huge impact on our body and our cycles. And the use of technology and constant blue light is not good for us or our auric field. So I also recommend that where you can, try to spend time outdoors in nature during daylight and embrace any sunshine possible, as it is so healing for our bodies. Sunlight therapy is amazing. So make the most out of it, even if it's, sitting out in it or taking a walk out in it, even if it's for 5 minutes, because I know being in the UK, like, we rarely, especially during winter, get any sunlight. I don't know about anyone else around the world that might be listening, but here it is tough. And this is what I mean about our bodies fighting against like the natural cycles. But there are so many benefits to the natural sunlight. It will help with our mind, our mood. It helps your DNA, your metabolism, improves your sleep quality, helps your bones, boosts immunity, boosts your serotonin, and it will just help you have more of a peace of mind. And I think it's so special. Like, I did a walk the other day and I did a little meditation while sat on a bench with the sun beaming down on me. And it just felt so special to have that sun on my body. And it's just where you can, honestly, you will feel the benefits of it. Because I always find in summer, I don't know about anyone else, but I find when we have more sunlight and we're in more of a natural sync with nature, that our periods aren't actually as bad. But that's just me. That's what I've noticed. Another great thing you can try is spending time moon bathing, especially under the full moon, will help ground you and connect you with the energies, and it also helps with psychic abilities too. And before you go to bed, especially of an evening, try to avoid any artificial light or technology so your body can relax into a natural sleep cycle without disturbances. You may find during your menstruation that intuitively you are going to be craving solitude and to rest and recharge. And that is your body's way of telling you to be more in flow with your natural cycle. The more that you lean into this, then the more you're going to be able to tune in with your body and better you'll feel throughout the rest of your cycle. And carving out then the time during menstruation to focus on self-care and nurturing practices can strengthen the relationship to yourself. And as you begin to respect your own body, it builds confidence and a deeper sense of self-love. Sorry, I'm getting my words twisted again, because what I do with my videos is I will always write down my notes first, because I find it easier then, because I have so much to say, and I feel like sometimes if I just, when I've done off the top of my head videos before, I always end up missing important things that I've wanted to say. Now, I also can't stress enough how important it is on your period to honour the dip in your energy and consider taking up napping as often as needed, because your energy is going to be at its lowest point. It's definitely not the time to push yourself or to attend that HIIT class or go on like a 5K run. You know, as much as you might think that you need to be keeping up with this intense exercise routine, when you are bleeding, it's not the time to. Instead, think about slow walks, yin yoga, stretching and gentle movement practices if you feel up to that. If you have also any tasks that you're able to delegate so you don't have to have the stresses of getting a million things done, do that where you can. Set time aside to do absolutely nothing and take some space from, any intense social gatherings to just decompress alone, because it's the time to go within. Now, the veil that separates our world from other dimensions is lifted during the menstrual period. And this is the time to withdraw into yourself, refrain from your normal activities and listen, meditate, contemplate. You can gain great insight during this time. It's literally like, as I like to say, having one foot in this world and one foot in the spirit world. Journaling is something I definitely recommend during and before your period. It's another great way to find answers you've been looking for. The wisdom and creativity are literally flowing through you. As I said, you've got one foot in this realm, one foot in the other. So write, paint, use whatever medium works best for you to express your feelings, thoughts, and intuitive revelations. Write your list also of all you want to release that is no longer serving you, because full moons are all about releasing. And don't shy away from the inner work to help in releasing things that you may be holding on to. It could be negative thoughts, behaviors, traumas, pain, toxic people, relationships. Allow for these to be released. You could write your list and then put it under the moonlight on a window ledge, and then you could tear it up or you could burn it, whatever you feel drawn to do, but let it be symbolic of releasing this. We must also remember our bodies are so precious, and as women, we must remember how sacred and special we are. We as women are the only ones chosen to be the portal between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. By that, women are the only force on earth powerful enough to navigate unborn spirits into this planet. Everything we go through every month with our bleeding and our cycle, we must remember it is a precious gift. So I just want to embrace that we love ourselves more and we appreciate this more. And I want to share more information on this so it's not seen as such a taboo or something to be ashamed of or feeling dirty or to hide away. Like, we need to embrace and love ourselves more. So I just want to thank you all for listening, and I hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to leave a comment if it's helped, or share any of your experiences during menstruating on the full moon. And if you want to listen to more of videos that I do, or talking about this kind of information that will help you, then you can subscribe and then you will get notified when new videos are released. So thank you so much.